Hello Fresh Ghost fans, this is Adam, Tau Forever on the boards. Today we are going to do a 40k bat rep. Jeff and I are playing. This is a combined event thing. We usually do a birthday bat rep. Jeff requested one and I volunteered to host at my house. This is we also tied it into, we've been trying to do for a while, the Kayan campaign. He has White Scars, I have Tau. So we're actually doing the first mission out of the Echoes of War, Martyr's Charge. So I've set up the table. This is a Tau, or a Imperial, I should say a Imperial occupied world by Tau. They've established a beachhead in the Hive City, fortification in the center. There's 5 objectives. Jeff is going to be deploying his White Scars in the 4 corners, and I will be defending the center objectives. So we will be doing that mission. I'll go through the armies here, and we'll start the game. Okay, so this is my Tau force. You've seen a lot of this before. It's a CAD with a formation. I've got 2 units of Fire Warriors, one with the tactical turret. I've got an Ethereal. I've got Shadow Sun, and as a Tau player, this is actually the first time I'm ever playing Shadow Sun. I got that model from Larry. I've got the optimized stealth cadre, a unit of Tetras, the Yavara, a regular Riptide, and 2 broadsides. Everything's WYSIWYG, and it's 1,500 points. For this mission, I get the free Tidewall fortification, but Jeff gets some nice special rules, which I'll go through next. So Jeff's going to go through his army list, and he is a White Scars chapter. What's interesting is he's taken some of the formations that are actually in the fluff for this mission. So go ahead, Jeff. Yeah, overall it's a Scarblade strike force. My core choice is going to be the Stormlance Battle Demi Company, which is like this whole set here. We got Khan, 1 attack bike with Melta, 3 tactical squads. This is the only one with a 10-man. It's got a Flamer, Grav Cannon, Grav Amp, and then 2 5-mans, each with a Grav Cannon, Grav Amp. This is the Devastator squad, 6-man, but 2 Grav Cannon, Grav Amps. And then from there, the auxiliary choice is a Spear Tip Strike, which will be the second set here. This is a full 10-man bike squad that's going to combat squad. There's 2 Grav, a Combi Grav, and a Melta attack bike. A 5-man squad with 2 Grav and a Combi Grav, and then 3 individual speeders. Okay. All right, we'll set up and take a video in a minute after we deploy. Okay, we're about to start. We've deployed, and just get a little bit of the fluff overview. Let's try to get off the glare here. This is where the area in the fluff book where we're fighting, and I can't seem to get the glare. But there's the White Scar Strike Force and the Tau forces. So you can see this is the world of Prefecta, for Prefectia, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, which is a Imperial fortress world with a lot of hive cities. So that's what we're trying to represent here. The Tau have established a beachhead with their fortification. I've deployed half of my units, which out of the 12, so I have 6 units deployed. I've got my Ethereal attached to the 2 broadsides in the center objective. I've got a unit of Fire Warriors in the objective there. So I apologize for the unpainted terrain. A unit of Fire Warriors. I do have a couple of the alt sculpt models, and Josh wanted me to highlight them, but I think it's the first time I put some of these on the table. Really cool. And also this Tau terrain is from Dream Spirit. Mike has mentioned them before in previous bat reps, but this is the debut of my Tau terrain. So, all right. So anyway, back to deployment. We've got the unit of Fire Warriors and the gun rig, and I've got 2 Tetras over there and another unit of Fire Warriors. You'll probably notice that the fortification is split in 2. Technically, the rules, it's supposed to be 1 attached fortification, but unfortunately I don't have all the walls, so I've kind of modified it a little bit. Anyway, you can see the 5 objectives in the center of the board. Jeff is deployed in the 4 corners. He is deployed his entire force, including Khan over here, right?
No,
Khan's where?
Khan's dead out.
Oh, okay. Apologize. Khan's hiding like a little warlord, waiting for Shadow Sun to show up, apparently, who I have to keep in reserve. So he's got all 4 corners with some deployment in it, including bikes. I'm going to try to seize on the camera. And seizing initiative is not happening. So Jeff will do first turn and we'll come back. Okay, so we did top of 1 is done, and well, Jeff took advantage of all the White Scout rules, scouted up, and then got very close to my face, as you would expect. He obviously couldn't assault, but he had enough grav and close range shooting and blast from speeders to unfortunately wipe out some of my center firepower, which I was hoping to have for at least 1 turn, including my ethereal. So that's what I lost this turn. He definitely got first blood, and my center objectives are pretty clear at the moment. Hopefully I survived a round here before my reserves come in, because I had to put half my army in reserve, but we will see. Bottom of 1 coming up. Alright, so bottom of 1. Unfortunately, the heavy hitting stuff I had on the board at turn 1 was wiped out, so it was a pretty quick shooting turn. However, I did get a bunch of marker lights off on that bike unit, and pulse submission round, and a bunch of pulse rifles. Took out that one. I killed 1 bike over here with the drones, and these guys didn't do much else. The Tetra had been jinking, so it missed with its marker lights. That's about it. So Jeff could table me here, but we'll see. Hopefully I get a turn 2 and get my reserves in. So top of 2. Alright, so we just finished the top of turn 2 as Jeff's bikes are now rampaging through the tile fortification. And as expected, close combat went pretty one-sided. He did get some more shooting in. So the last unit of Fire Warriors there. This unit of Pathfinders unfortunately failed their morale, retreating towards the center. And this unit of Fire Warriors only lost 1 model. I lost 1 drone, and I am not tabled, so my reserves will come in from either edge, and I'm definitely going to be focusing on these grav things that are deleting stuff off the board really quick. And I have the heavy hitters coming, so we'll see if I can make a game out of this. Bottom of 2 coming up. Okay, we just finished bottom of turn 2. Jeff was nice and let me get all my reserves in, because technically the mission doesn't say, even though I had to reserve half my army, I didn't roll for, I just brought them all in per like apocalypse type rules. So that was nice of Jeff on his birthday bat rep. Could be nice. But so the big guys came in, and Shadow Sun attached to a unit of stealth suits. I did do the wall of mirrors. Shadow Sun didn't get the benefit, but I did wreck both rhinos. The Yavara did power up his super plasma flamer torrent and kill the Devastator squads and a couple guys there. They also got pinned when they got out of the wrecked rhino. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to do anything to this rhino though, because I took extra shots. So he's still driving around with a big grav gun there. I did plink off a couple bikers in the center, and then I shuffled around on the assault move. So big guys are in the table. Let's see if the cavalry arrives in time to try to get. We still have the objectives only count at the end of the game. I still have objective secure troops, but it really will come down to killing in the center. Jeff does not have objective secured with his bikes because he took the formation. Anyway, top of 3 coming up. All right, here we are. We just finished the top of turn 3. Jeff's bikes kind of moved up again over the fortification. Pretty much focus fire on the ghost keel that's not there anymore. I made him snap fire, but he got a lot of bolter hits, and then the grav cannon finished it off. So I was not able to make the cover saves, and ghost keel is gone. But because it was gone, he didn't have anything to assault. His combat squatted unit, what's the name of that rule? You jumped out and tried to jump back in?
Yeah, it's
he did come over here and use a flamer template, but I made all my saves. He tried to get back in the rhino using a mobile fire-based rule with the rhinos. So no assaults that turn. I was a little surprised, but again, he focused fire on the ghost keel unit, and that is gone. So we're going to start bottom of 3. Objectives are still out there, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so we just finished up the bottom of 3.
Yeah.
And the Tau have pushed into this territory a little bit. The 1 bike unit's falling back. Or actually, I'm sorry, you hit and run out after actually charged it in with no wounds. The Yavara went over here, shot up most of that bike unit, and that's retreating, but he retreated towards the closest edge. I seem to be able to kill a rhino with Melta. I rolled 2 1s on the pens, so it's just stunned. And I killed the Marines the combat squad Marines that did not make it back in. And this is after my jump moves at the end of the turn, so we are going to start top of 4. And Jeff will not get bike units in because I left some alive?
Yeah.
That's funny. So we'll start top. Alright, so we just finished top of 4. Jeff's doing a good job of shooting things so he can't assault them and killing them. So actually, my one unit of stealth suits fell back towards the center because that's what the rules of the scenario go. And he failed an 11-inch charge, but he rolled a 10. So it was really close. Over here, he just zoomed his bikes up after shooting. The Yavara took a beating from the grab. He's down to 1 wound. Khan's kind of hiding in that building over there, by the way. I'm going to start calling him out on that. He's supposed to be hunting Shadowsun down. Oh, Shadowsun's unit took a beating from all these skimmers, and his special rule made my pinning check very hard, but I still rolled under the 6 I needed. So that was big. So she's not pinned this turn. We're going to do bottom of 4 and see how it goes. Okay, turns are going faster now with less models on the board, of course. Bottom of 4 went quick. Managed to finally wreck this Rhino with a glance from Shadowsun's Melta, but only had 1 hull left. The Yavara flamed the Marines in there, that grav gun guy that's been annoying me all game, and assaulted the last Marine, actually. It killed it with impact. I don't remember, did I kill 1 bike out of that unit? Okay. And I did some more shooting here. I did finish off the last one on the attack bike with the drones. So I'm leaving him with 1 bike, so his special rule of getting the bike units back is hurting him a little bit. So this could be the last turn. There are still objectives. None of us have objectives secured alive. So we'll see how this goes. Shadowsun did use her ghost walks amongst us. 3d6 jump to get out of triangulation pinning guys. So this will be top of 5. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we just did top of 5. Just doing a good job of cleaning out the guys in the middle and claiming objectives. He's claiming those 3 right now. And is that a troop choice?
Yes. Or no, one, not sure.
Oh, you don't have objectives secured. So right now you have 4 of the objectives covered with non-objective secured. With the speeder, that 1 bike is actually within 3 of the center one. Khan's over there and there. And he cleared out a lot of stuff that I might have been able to contest with. However, I do have the Yavara. He can jump move this turn. Shadowsun is locked in combat. Actually, he's down to 1 wound. He didn't decide to, he smartly decided to not hit and run out. So I've got basically 2 Riptides that could try to get in and do something. So if this is the last turn, to see what happens here. I might be able to at least contest something. But he's got first blood, and based on combat this turn, he might have Warlord, so we'll see how it goes. All right, a big dramatic ending to this one. At the bottom of 5, I rolled a 1, and the game is over. However, the last turn, Yavara did his monstrous swooping creature thing and jumped in the middle with his 1 wound. Managed to flamer template the bike and the skimmer, and also shot the skimmer as a primary with his haywire gun. Jeff missed a couple.
Just enough.
Yeah. Actually, I think the flamer. No, it was the haywire. I got 2 glances, and then I killed the bike with the flamer template. So that actually cleared up 2 objectives. He's claiming that one. Over here, he had 3 Marines. The Riptide fired. Didn't do much in the shooting, but assaulted in, killed 2 at assault. Jeff I made my armor save, so Jeff failed the leadership, and his troops are falling back. And finally, over here, Shadowsun and the bikes all missed each other. She's weapon skill 4, so at least she put up some defense, but none of us damaged each other, so we just stayed locked in combat at the end. So he didn't get Warlord. Khan never got the fighter, but in a weird way, reading ahead in the missions, they fight again many times. So this is sort of like the warm-up. So in a weird way, the Tau came back with 3 models on the table, claiming 2 objectives for 6 points. Jeff ended up with 5 points for claiming 1 objective, first blood, and killing an ethereal. So 6-5, really good game. Yeah, it was a fun one. So hopefully I'll get the rest of this train printed. We have 8 missions in this campaign. We'll probably be playing long over sometime, but you got your birthday bat wrap lost. So the tradition continued, even in a dramatic ending. So it was not a beatdown.
That was a good win.
Yeah, so that was a really, really fun game. Good narrative to this one, and it was very fluffy with the formations he took and the big name characters out. So hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching.